as well. This is the stunning Ezra, otherwise known as Battlefield Angel, and his owner, Rhiannon Barreda. Your story is incredible. You are
Thank you.
a military medevac helicopter pilot, so it makes sense for you to own a horse, right?
Yes, ma'am. Horsepower, one way, any way you cut it, it's all good.
Tell us how you got about owning this horse.
So this is, like you said, kind of a great story within a story. And when Breyer called about him, I thought, man, this is the best thing. So Ezra is only 9 years old, but believe it or not, he came to be as a custom painted Breyer model many, many years ago by a very talented artist by the name of Chris Verbonis of Still Bay Studios. And so I've had his model for years and years, and then all of the sudden one day, here he is. So he's my unicorn that has absolutely been reborn. And as you mentioned, his name, Battlefield Angel, is a nod to what we as the medevac pilots were called in combat. So he is my Battlefield Angel.
Just a stunning horse. Tell us about that model. I believe it had feathers and some other things.
It did.
Are you going to put feathers on Ezra? I don't think he needs it. Look at that mane.
Doesn't. I know. So it was a cute little custom tack set that's like a circus set. And it shows he's actually a repositioned Breyer Winter Song model. And so he's kind of bowing, looking like a circus pony. And I just think it was great. And you say, are you going to put feathers on him? I think that's a great idea to recreate this whole thing and get a picture out to all of his fans everywhere.
I saw you doing the autograph session earlier, and
Yes, ma'am.
people were crowded around him. How is he? He's cracking me up because he wants to talk. I'm pretty sure. How was he with the fans, and were the fans happy to see him? And
yes, everybody has come to the door and the table saying, we've been waiting to see this horse right here, and he just loves it. He's like a giant puppy dog, and we invite everybody to come and meet him, say hey, pat him, and get their picture taken. We'd love to have you.
And I think he has quite a few talents. He does some tricks. What can he do?
He does. So he is currently training 3rd and 4th level dressage movements. He did show as a dressage horse last year with all of his accolades that you guys already heard about. But he loves to show everybody his Spanish walk, which is what he just tried to do.
Listen to how smart he is. I'm like, he can do a trick, and he's like, okay, on cue, I'm going to do one.
He did. He tried to show. You want to see if he could do it?
Sure. This is what it's like to work with live animals.
Exactly.
He's like, wait a minute, I was ready to do it and you weren't, so now I'm not going to do it.
I didn't bring my my official crop, so he might not do it
That's
this
okay.
time. But
we will watch online, or we will
Yes.
watch him other places. And I understand he has a famous relative who was also a Breyer model. His aunt is Adaya.
it is none other than reigning dressage queen herself for, I believe, 3 years running. So Adaya HP, but he also has another dressage queen aunt who is related to Adaya, and that is Vashti HP. So he comes from a long line of very, very special horses, and we're just so honored to be here. We're honored to represent. So it's a really great, he's such a great horse, and you got to come see him.
He is very stunning, and thank you for sharing him with us, and thank you for sharing your story. It's just incredible, and for those out there that ever wanted a horse, I think your story is inspiration that dreams come true, right?
They do come true, and when we do our performance, we're advertising for everybody to come and see, pay special attention to our flag. It's not just any old U.S. flag, even though they're all great. This particular flag has flown with me under the chest plate of my body armor in every single combat mission I've ever flown. So please come and see it.
That's
and
awesome.
see our legacy that we pass on to you.
That's amazing. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having us. We absolutely love Breyer. Thank you so much.
One of our most popular segments in the past has been a peek into our archive room, and because we're not in New Jersey this year, we're going to bring you a revisit